5 people dead in Wisconsin after a driver crashes into a parade. Thanksgiving favorites may break your bank this year, and it's feeling like fall out there. We'll tell you if it sticks around. This is OU Nightly. Thanks for joining us for OU Nightly. I'm Ben Thomas.
And I'm Libbey Dean. We begin tonight with an update on the holiday parade that turned deadly in Wisconsin. At least 5 people are dead after a horrific incident in Wisconsin last night. An SUV drove through a crowd at a holiday parade, leaving officials to wonder what happened. Chris Nguyen has the latest from Waukesha.
A holiday celebration turned to horror in Wisconsin as an SUV plowed through barricades straight into a parade, leaving dozens of victims behind.
I saw people right away run to the people that were hit and start doing CPR, and I saw people on the ground. There's blood. It was really bad.
Now investigators providing some clues into what happened at a holiday parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin Sunday.
We do have a person of interest in custody at the moment, but this is still a very fluid investigation.
While still early in the investigation, indications are that the suspect was fleeing another incident when he drove into the parade route. That according to multiple law enforcement officials. At this time, there is no known connection to terrorism.
My heart goes out to those who were witness to these events. My heart goes out to those who lost a loved one tonight.
A police officer did open fire in a desperate attempt to stop the driver. No bystanders were struck. Witnesses described the chaos that broke out.
People just started fleeing.
Residents now left shocked and grieving as a joyous occasion turned to tragedy in an instant.
When the crowd cleared out, that's when it looked like I saw people who appeared to be lying in the middle of the street, lying still, lying lifeless.
In Waukesha, Wisconsin, I'm Chris Nguyen.
The suspect in Wisconsin has been released on bail of $1,000. The trial in the killing of Ahmaud Arbery has reached its final stages. Catherine Liberta has that story and the rest of today's headlines from around the country.
Thanks, Ben. Closing arguments are underway for the killing of Ahmaud Arbery. Gregory McMichael, his son Travis, and William Bryan Jr. are charged with malice and felony murder after Arbery was killed last February while he was jogging. Defense attorneys say the McMichaels were conducting a citizen's arrest after suspecting Arbery of burglary at a construction site. The defense claims Arbery was a recurring intruder, but the prosecution says he never broke in or took anything. Travis McMichael testified he shot Arbery in self-defense as they were wrestling over McMichael's shotgun. And Michael Cohen has been officially released from his 3-year prison sentence after pleading guilty to 9 federal charges in 2019. The former personal attorney of President Donald Trump said he plans to continue to work with law enforcement to ensure others are held accountable for their actions. Cohen had been counting down the days till his release and shared his chalkboard calendar with his 500,000 followers on Twitter Thursday. This morning he stated that he wants to make certain no one is ever believed to be above the law. And 3 teens face attempted murder charges after a shooting in the parking lot of a Colorado high school last Friday. This was the second shooting to happen in the Aurora area that week after 6 high school students were shot in a nearby park last Monday. The 3 teens arrested in Friday's shootings are all 16 years old, so the police are not releasing names. The local police are investigating whether or not the 2 shootings are related, but are calling on parents to prevent their children from gaining access to guns. And the families of the Groveland 4 got closure today after Florida officially cleared 4 young black men who were wrongfully accused of rape in 1949. That's it from the News Center. Back to you.
Thanks, Catherine. Keep your mind on your money as we get into the holiday season. The Department of Agriculture expects Americans to spend about 5% more this Thanksgiving. OU Nightly's Kayla Davis went out to see why we'll be forking over more money for this year's feast.
We expected to pay more for gas when traveling this holiday season, but now you can add the Thanksgiving feast to the list of increasing prices this year. And the culprit for the Turkey Day inflation is the bird itself. Forget the stuffing and mashed potatoes. No Thanksgiving meal would be complete without the turkey. But a 16-pound bird might set you back $24, which is about $5 more than last year, according to the American Farm Bureau.
It's really hard to point to any one thing, but certainly the underlying factor for most of those elements is the global pandemic.
The pandemic has been blamed for most inflation in the U.S., so in order to narrow down the reasons a little more, I went right to the source. An Oklahoma turkey farmer who upped her turkey prices this year $1 per pound.
We knew going into the 2021 growing season that grain prices were going to go up. We were looking at a pretty expensive bird to raise. One of our most expensive components to all this has been battling the fuel costs.
Whether you're feeding your family with a local bird or a frozen one, the bottom line is you need to be a picky shopper this holiday season. So to help Norman citizens keep the feast costs low, I headed to 7 different grocery stores to find the cheapest bird in town. And the answer is Aldi's, with their fresh honeysuckle white turkey only costing $1.49 per pound. That same turkey at Creston Norman costs $1.89 per pound. So if you're looking to make sure the bird doesn't break the bank this holiday season, shop smart. Reporting live from Classen Boulevard, Kayla Davis, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Kayla. The Oklahoma State Department of Health is showing a significant decrease in the daily number of new COVID cases. The department says there are over 600 new cases today, with close to 9,500 active cases across the state. And the CDC reports that almost 12,000 Oklahomans have died due to COVID-19, but over 2 million people in Oklahoma are now fully vaccinated. And today has been a beautiful day here in Norman.
Meteorologist Reece joins us live with a look at this breezy fall day. How is it out there, Reece?
Good afternoon, Libbey and Ben. You're right. It has been an absolute beautiful day for mid to late November here in Oklahoma. We had lots of sunshine, beautiful day. I took a walk around campus just to soak it in and see some fall colors around campus. We had peak colors here for our trees here last week. Now we're starting to see past peak and lots of leaves falling. I do want to show you one tree behind me here. You're starting to see those leaves falling. 90% of the leaves have fallen on that tree there, and then a few trees behind that as well. Just about half the leaves are gone, but we are going to see that really ramp up here in the next couple of days and into next week as we have some windy and rainy conditions on the way. Right now, though, we're sitting at temperatures in the 60s for most of us, very comfortable and seasonal for this time of year. We do have some calm winds out of the south right now as well, and going throughout the next couple of hours, we do have some really nice weather. Really get out there to enjoy these fall colors and some seasonal conditions out here. Coming up, though, we will be breaking down some wind and rain conditions over the next couple of days, as well as a cold front coming through just in time for Thanksgiving, and we'll break down our Thanksgiving travel forecast. Libby and Ben, back to you.
With the holiday season right around the corner, businesses are looking to keep up, but many are struggling to hire staff. Find out how that'll affect this holiday season.
Plus, your Thanksgiving grocery shopping may break your bank this year. Find out which Thanksgiving favorites are seeing a price increase this season. We'll be right back. With the holiday season right around the corner, businesses across the country are busier than ever. But what Norman residents may not know is that there is a hiring shortage that could affect their holiday plans. OU Nightly's Shannon Ehrhardt joins us live with the latest. Shannon?
The holiday season is the busiest time for everyone, with shopping, dining out, and even ordering in. And businesses in Norman are struggling to deal with it. Hiring signs across the city of Norman get the attention of some.
I actually got this job by seeing that sign on the door. And since I've been here for a month and a half, we've had that sign on the door.
But not others.
My people that work on the weekends, they never get a weekend. And in fact, they've not had a weekend off in, well, pretty much since COVID. I think one of them got one time, and I came in and worked for them.
Businesses are feeling the effects of the hiring shortage.
We need some help, because when we're building up with business and extra production, we could use an extra hand for sure.
The pandemic can take some of the blame, but managers and workers say it's a lack of wanting to work that leads this problem.
They'd be taking a pay cut to come to work versus what they were getting on unemployment.
The turnover ratio is pretty high. We'd have people come in and within a couple of weeks want to leave. I think they just saw how hard it was to work and pick up the slack.
You know, I think people might just be a little frustrated with having to work just the grind.
During the game season, we were fine because a lot of people wanted to work during game days. You make a lot of good money during that. But now that the holidays are rolling around, it's starting to affect us more. A lot of people want to go back home.
In a college town, there are students picking up shifts, but this changes during the holidays.
Just so much, dude, and just less people to do it, so it takes, longer.
As they normally are, a lot of these businesses in Norman will be closed this Wednesday and on Thanksgiving Day as well. Reporting live on Main Street, Shannon Ehrhardt, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Shannon. If you're in the market for a new home, prices are on the rise as the market sees another month of growth. Roddy has that story and the rest of today's headlines in Money Matters.
Despite low inventory and rising prices, home sales have skyrocketed and are on track for the best year since 2006. October has marked the second straight month of growth, rising 7%. However, the shrinking supply of homes for sale are driving prices up, making the process harder for first-time or low-income buyers. A median existing home price this month is over $350,000, which is up 13% from last year. More people than ever are buying homes with cash, making up nearly a quarter of homes bought last month. And if you're planning on shopping for holidays this year, make sure you plan ahead of time. Target announced they will no longer be open on Thanksgiving moving forward, and according to experts, Black Friday won't be like it used to. At the beginning of the pandemic, online shoppers spent over $600 billion, up 14% from the previous year, and retailers are noticing, making their online deals earlier and for longer than just one day. Holiday shopping has become more common online, as some are still social distancing. And if you're driving home for the holidays, bring extra cash because gas prices jumped to $3.41 over the weekend. That's all for me. Back to you.
Norman residents will have the chance to burn off those extra Thanksgiving calories. Before you dig in this Thanksgiving, see what turkey trots are available around you.
And Reece, it's been a beautiful day today. Any chance we'll have this beautiful day like this one for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we got a beautiful couple of days in store. We will break down that Thanksgiving forecast and how cold it will be coming up in just a few minutes. OU Nightly. We have a beautiful day here across Oklahoma. Lots of sunshine and beautiful weather as well. We have just above average temperatures right now in the low 60s. We do have a south wind, and mixed with that dry air, it does feel quite crisp out there. My lips are dry. I'm going to need some chapstick after being outside there just a few minutes ago. We see temperatures across our region pretty mild in the 60s. Up in the Midwest, though, we are seeing some 30s and 40s for high temperatures right now. Thankfully, we're not going to be getting that cold here over the next couple of days, but we will begin to see a change in our weather pattern. But for the next couple of days, as we're headed out for some traveling for Turkey Day and Thanksgiving, we will see some 60s and sunshine tomorrow, just some south winds. That's going to be the only issue with tomorrow's forecast anyway. But into Wednesday, we will begin to see some increasing clouds and rain. We don't expect that to impact any travel, though, if you're heading out of the OKC airport for the next couple of days. The biggest thing, though, for the next couple of days is going to be this wind. We're going to see gusts out of the south upwards of 20 to 25 miles per hour. But as we head on into Wednesday and even into Wednesday afternoon, we're going to see those ramp up once again before a cold front comes through, bringing us northerly winds out of the south. Those are going to be quite strong as we go throughout Thursday. Here's those temperatures, though. Tuesday and Wednesday look lovely, but then Thursday we're going to have those temperatures in the 50s. It's going to be a sharp drop-off as well as an increase in some rain chances Wednesday and on into Thursday morning. Let's time this out for us here. We're going to see increasing clouds Wednesday. Then the rain's going to start to pick up in the afternoon hours coming from west to east, and those winds are going to be strong with this as the cold front makes its way through. Those rain, though, won't be anything strong, too severe, just a few rumbles of thunder in the southeast portions of the state. As for our Turkey Day forecast, we're going to see clearing clouds throughout. Those winds going to be out of the north, but calming throughout, and those temperatures going to be nice and lovely as well in the 50s. It is going to be a little chilly, but still comfortable to get outside and enjoy some throwing of the football for your Thanksgiving. Lows tonight in the 40s, highs tomorrow going to be quite mild in the 60s and 70s. Fire weather as well in the western portions of the state, but going throughout the week, temperatures on Thursday in the 50s, comfortable, but a little chilly, and into the weekend we rebound with sunshine. Libby and Ben.
The Norman Turkey Day 5K is trotting back to town since the start of the pandemic. Thursday morning, Norman residents will take to the streets before enjoying their Thanksgiving turkey. The 5K will start on the east side of the Norman High School football field at 8:30, followed by the 1 mile fun run at 9:30. You can register for the Turkey Day 5K at turkeydayfivkrun.com. Proceeds from the event will benefit Norman's Big Brothers Big Sisters.
The Sooners had a tough test against Iowa State, but came out victorious, keeping their Big 12 championship hopes alive. An impressive win, right, Ashley?
That's right, Ben. OU football won their game against the Cyclones this weekend, keeping one in the loss column. Men's and women's basketball are in the same boat, each also having one loss on the season. Stick around because sports is next. Welcome back to OU Nightly. I'm Ashley Velde, and it's time for sports. The Sooners won their last game in the Palace for the season, routing the Cyclones 28-21. The OU Nightly team has your post-game analysis.
The Sooners rounded out their 2021 home schedule with a hard-fought 28-21 win over the Iowa State Cyclones. Lincoln Riley's team led for the whole of the second half, but they had to fight off a spirited final drive from Iowa State, who made it all the way up to the Sooners' 21-yard line before interception from Patrick Fields iced the game for the Sooners.
And it was a good win, but it wasn't without its wobbles. The offensive line really were relying on their rushing yards because passing yards was the lowest it has been all season. Sometimes you have to question the coverage line of Caleb Williams, as he was sacked 4 times this game.
Yes, it was tough on Kayla Williams, but the Oklahoma defense showed up and made it equally tough for the Cyclones. They ended the game with 7 sacks and 2 interceptions, including that last one at the end to finish the game, and that was what really helped the Sooners through. They returned a fumble recovery for a touchdown, and Caleb, he had a long spell through the first and second and into the third quarter before he got his second touchdown, so the defense really helped him out there.
And some big hits from the defense. It was like watching a Tyson Fury fight. And you know, this is really promising going into the Oklahoma Derby against OSU on Thanksgiving weekend.
Yes, it should be quite a game. Oklahoma State have had a good record all season, and it could be a key game for the Big 12 championship, seeing who's in that game in Arlington. So yeah, lots to watch out for.
Looking forward to that. Well, from the Gaylord Family Memorial Stadium, for the last time this season, I'm Harry Robinson.
And I'm Adam Dickinson.
Now over to Jalen Hurts' Eagles, who dominated the NFL's top-ranked rushing defense. Hurts ran for 3 touchdowns and 69 yards to top the Saints 40-29. The Eagles have now won 2 in a row for the first time this season, and head coach Sirianni claimed his first game at home. And Sooners men's basketball dropped their first game of the season in the Myrtle Beach Invitational Championship to Utah State 73-70. Jordan Goldwire's layup with 6 seconds to go narrowed the Aggies' lead to 1, 71-70. But tournament MVP Justin Bean secured the Utah State win with a pair of free throws. Porter Moser believes there's much to learn from the loss.
I thought we grew a lot. We can't let this loss go to waste. We got to learn from it. Time and score, good possession. We're in that same position again. We need a great possession. We were in bonus. We are up 6 with the ball, and we got to have a good possession.
After suffering their first loss of the season by 5 points to number 9 Oregon on Saturday, Sooners women's basketball bounced back with a dominant win over Buffalo 93-72. Taylor Robertson's tied a school record with 9 3-pointers. The ladies are facing Minnesota right now and lead 43-30 at halftime. Well, Libbey, Ben, time to toss it back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Ashley.
Straight ahead on OU Nightly, a man in Colorado grew one of the world's largest predatory plants, and you might be surprised by its size.
Closing arguments in the Ahmaud Arbery death trial are done for the day. The prosecution's closing rebuttal is expected to take 2 hours. Speaking to attorneys without the jury in the room, Judge Timothy Walmsley said he would charge the jury tomorrow. That's it for now. Back to you in the studio.
A Colorado man with a very green thumb just broke a world record by growing a famous predatory plant.
Jeremiah Harris grew the world's largest Venus flytrap in his greenhouse in Colorado. The 6.1 centimeter plant may not seem like much, but it was big enough to land the title of the world's largest Venus flytrap. And Harris isn't slowing down. He says he hopes to break his own record by growing an even bigger one.
Yes, now Reece Cole joins us with one last look at our forecast. Reece?
Our week ahead for the next couple of days, we're going to see mild temperatures in the 60s and upper 60s, but then a cold front comes through Thursday into Friday. We will rebound into the weekend and it will be lovely, but I do want to show you our Thanksgiving forecast. We're going to see those winds out of the north after that cold front comes through. Temperatures topping out into the low 50s, going to be very cold for this time of year, but we will have those clearing clouds. No rain in our forecast for our Thanksgiving, but I do want to ask you, Libbey and Ben, my favorite Thanksgiving meal is bread rolls. What's your guys's?
Mine's definitely my mom's hash brown casserole, one of the best, easily.
Reece, mine is also going to have to be rolls.
Can't go wrong with those, right? Thanks for tuning in to OU Nightly. We're live every weekday from Gaylord Hall on the campus of the University of Oklahoma.
We'll see you back here tomorrow night, live at 4:30. Good night.